Hey friends, it's time for a thrift haul. I've been saving these items for well over a week and it's getting ridiculous. Even though I don't have a good background per se. This is just the way I live. I mean, I'm busy. There's a lot of people here. Things just get accumulated, and so that's why it's imperative that I spread these things to the places where they belong. So here we go. $5. Look at that really good wooden handle. Okay, this is good for so many things. It's really good at holiday time or gathering time when you want to serve paper plates and napkins and different kinds of forks, spoons, condiments, you know, anything. I love it. Hey, there's 2,000 other square feet for you to be in, but the dog chooses to come and lie down right there. Really? Really? Okay. This $5.99 but 20% off. Just cuteness for Christmas, and I do plan to put one of my electric candles in there. I got an electric candle for 25 cents because it was a little bit broken, but it's the kind I like. You know, there's different kinds. It's the kind I like, and I knew I could hot glue it, so it wouldn't matter. Okay. This ended up being $1, and it's got a little bit of a design that needs to come on off, but I've got some oil lamps that have no chimneys, and I believe this will be the right size, and I'll just take a magic eraser or something and get the rest of that off, or alcohol or whatever. Oh boy, Joel's gonna love that I've put my thrift haul all on top of his school books and his laptop. He's gonna love that. Okay. 99 cents but 20% off. I think it might be a little bit too big for the 1/12 scale dollhouse stuff that I'm doing, but for 80 cents, do you think I was going to leave that behind? Look how cute. It looks really yellow on screen, but it's more of a soft buttery yellow. Real butter, not bluebonnet margarine. Okay. Who remembers? Who remembers? And I don't even see. I think this was on, there was a half price table, which is where that glass oil lamp chimney came from. But look at the little faces. Those are good. And look how very chippy and old and worn it looks. I'm really glad about that. I'm really excited. Happy, happy, happy. I love that dark color. I'll use it year round, but it's especially good in the fall. It's a good fall color. I've got everything just piled up here. Okay. This would have been about 50 cents, and it's just a Hobby Lobby package of the long skinny pine cones. In Alabama, we don't have this shape. Not very commonly. We probably have it somewhere, but I'm saying most of our pine cones are just, you know, medium, short, round. They're not long skinny, and they're not the jumbo ones either. I like the jumbo ones, but they're hard to find. Okay. Oh, look how sweet. I've never had one of these fellas. He was 99 cents. But he might have come from the Breaking Free mission, which is always every day. 55 and older gets 20% off. So he might have just been 80 cents. I don't know, but I like him. Of course, he's a creamer. But you know, you could do all kinds of things with him. He could have little plants in him. He could be anything, but I like him. Okay. Usually I hide my stuff to where you can't even get a glimpse of it, but you're getting glimpses, aren't you? All right. $1.99. Now, if you're not an embroiderer, you wouldn't understand how helpful this would be. It's so that when you're embroidering a piece of cloth, project of any kind, you know, you put the fabric over here and then you clamp it down to keep it still, and then These things allow you to have easy access underneath without having to suspend it in air or prop it up. Not that it's that heavy, but it's just kind of cool to have one. And I've never had one, but I think they're very cute. And look at this thing. Look how old it is. I think, you know, obviously this is for knitting scarves and boggins and that kind of thing, which I've never done. I think my daughter Olivia has done some stuff like this, and she may have one of these that's plastic, but this is really wood, and it looks to be really authentically old. And I just love the way it looks for the decor value. I think it's adorable. It may go in my Grandma Moses room where I have other things like quilting hoops and other sewing kinds of things, but I just love the look of it. I think it's very interesting. Okay, here were two more $1, two more $1, very dirty, but look, they're a pair, they're a set. So that's always good. And I love using my oil lamps in the winter. I think they look beautiful. I just love having the oil ready for if the power ever goes out, but our power almost never goes out. We live so close to the center of town that we are not, you know, the further out you live from the source of your power, the more likely you are to go a few hours. And I grew up going hours sometimes when the power would go out. Ooh, let's get this before it has a catastrophe. That says, oh, I'm going to have to break down my glasses. I really can't read this one. 99 cents, and I don't remember which store it came from. It says Wellsville Majestic, China. It's very thickish, and it feels like stoneware. I think it could be. I think it might be. But that pattern is very nice. I love that pattern. Okay. I guess all this stuff congregated. It's actually on top of my Williamsburg dresser that I still don't have in place because there's a spot I want to put it. And the spot I want to put it in has a bunch of stuff in that spot. And I haven't felt the best. But I'm feeling better. And story of my life. I'm either surviving it or coming up out of it or something. But God is good and life is good. I've decided I'm going to enjoy all the good moments I have and praise God that He always brings me through. No matter what the flare, no matter what the problem, He always brings me through. Okay. Chalkware pheasant. $1.49, but 20% off. Okay, so I've got a very good grouping now of authentic pheasant things. Let me set this over here beside my other pheasants. Okay, good little grouping. Didn't even try. It just happened. I'm not sure. I mean, I assume this is intended for $3.99. I assume it's intended just to be a great big vase because, I mean, you know, look at the shape. But I love the blue glass. It looks like the old blue ball mason jars to me, the oldest authentic ones, kind of. But this is awfully pretty, and for a girl who loves flower arrangements, I would love to have this one and trade out something else that I can allow to go forward, or I could share it, or I could give it. You never know. You never know what I'll do. I don't even think these are hard to find, but I have a few already old Coke bottles. I don't think this one's old. Well, it's his 75th anniversary. I guess I could look this up and see how old it is. But I do like the design on it, and I like the shape of it. And whether it's old or if it's a reproduction or what, I think that it will look awfully sweet together in my Coke crate with my other Coke bottles around summertime. I think that's a cute summertime decor thing to do. Okay. 99 cents for a bag full of cherub ornaments. And I do love them gold, but I might shabby chic them. I might put some chalk paint on and then wet distress back down so that the gold is peeping through a little bit. And it's been a while since I've put up more than one tree, Christmas tree, but I actually have the most beautiful collection of gold and silver and ivory white. I've got the makings of a gorgeous gold and white tree, and that would be beautiful added to it. Now, one of my thrift stores has a big old Christmas department, and they had a huge table that said, fill a bag for $5. And it was lots of little ornament type things. Oh my goodness, I probably won't get them all out. But look at that. That's adorable. It's a little rocking chair. And that's not... I'm pretty sure those come from Dollar General because I have some. But, you know, because I could stuff my bag for $5, I got it knowing that I might be wanting to share it. Why is that so hilarious to me? It looks like, is it 1950s or 1960s plastic decor? What in the world? I don't even know what this part is. Oh, I think Santa's supposed to be hanging on to the reins. Oh, there's Santa's face. Okay, you can see his face. I don't know. I don't know. But it was on the table of stuff a bag. Look at this little felted one. He looks very old to me. I mean, at least the 70s, you think? You think the 1970s? 60s? I don't know, but he's sweet. Okay, and there's probably 10 of these fleur-de-lis ornaments that would go along pretty well with those cherubs, and they could also be shabby chic. I don't know, depends on the mood. Depends on what kind of mood I get in. Just a little metal tree ornament. That's very sweet. I don't need ornaments, but I can share ornaments. Look at this crocheted bell. Complete with dust. Had a free dust bunny on it. I think that's so very old-timey looking. And there was also this little angel that is crocheted and starched. The other one's not as starched as this one. But look at her. That's very sweet. Okay, maybe that's all that's of great interest in there. Oh, and a random duck pencil sharpener. Yeah. It's amazing what you'll put in a bag if you can stuff a bag for $5. Yeah, I think the rest of those are all those fleur-de-lis and a jingle bell. Oh, 2 jingle bells. Okay. And a beautiful instrument that has cracked into 2, but I can fix that, and I think I can take off some of this and make it even prettier without that stuff on it, without that little cluster, because that's wood. This could be an actual cello for my 1/12 scale dollhouse. Everything now, it comes across my mind, but will it work for the dollhouse? Is it the right scale for my dolls that are, okay, 1/12 means for every 1 inch, it equals 12 inches in real life. So like a 6-inch daddy man doll would be a 6-foot tall man. So 1/12, that's an easy way to remember it. Okay, and you probably already knew that, but I've not done dollhouse stuff, and so I was not as familiar with those terms. All right, I love old-timey steak knives, and I love the steak knives that have the rivets that go all the way through. See that? The rivets all the way through. I don't think they all have that. Maybe they do, I don't know, but these look like brass rivets, and they look very old, and I like them. So there you go. Some of them end up in my camper. Some of them are in my kitchen, and no matter what kind of collection I have, some of my guys are always complaining that they're not good enough. But they're not smart enough. They're not sharp enough. They're probably not smart enough either. I don't know what you call this stuff, but it's, you know, it looks like straw, bird's nest crafting stuff. Okay. Here's a little roll. Okay, this was on the half price table, I think. So it ended up being 50 cents of the chicken wire ribbon for crafting. And here's the little candle with the roll switch. See, I like the roll switch on it. And yes, it has popped right off. But guess what I can do? I can hot glue that back on and it becomes perfect again. For 25 cents. It was marked $49 and I was willing to pay $49, and the girl saw that it was broken. She says, "Oh, I'm just going to charge you 25 cents for this." And I said, "Well, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Okay. Guess what all that was in? It was in a $5 baby cradle. And yes, I do already have a baby cradle that I recently got for like $2.99 several months ago. So I might use them together, or I might allow this one to remain down low for the granddaughters to put dolls in, because I love the yellow color of it. I love that it's authentic worn patina on there. I love it. I love it. Everything about it, I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay. Now, all right, you see that I found a typewriter? Okay, I'm just not willing to pay a lot of money for an old typewriter, but I've been wanting one, and I've said to myself, you know, a turquoise, my favorite color, aqua turquoise shade would be awfully nice, or pink. Either one would be great. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, I only paid $6. $6 for this old boat anchor. I don't know if it works or not. I don't care. I'm going to, if it works well enough to type a message, I'm going to type a message. If not, I will find something to print out from the computer that looks like typewriter and roll it in there and let it be part of some Christmas decor. I mean, it can be all kind of seasonal decor, but it is a Smith Corona, and it is a manual typewriter. It is not electric. And this is the kind of typewriter that I learned to type on in high school. And I still remember the days of typewriter class, typing class. Okay. I don't always look through books, but occasionally books catch my eye and I find them so much fun. This one is very sweet. It was from the early 80s. And I love the little babies' faces. Look at the way their little faces and heads are drawn. I think that's precious. I think that's so cute. This one is a newer one, Bear Shares. And these are just good ones for my grandbabies, for me to read with them and let them look at. And this, You Choose, it's kind of like a Find Waldo thing. If you could go anywhere, where would you go? And you see all the little bitty details in here. I think that's very sweet. Okay, are you ready for this? This book is all about small towns in the U.S. that have odd names. So the name of one town is Gas. And for every town, they have photos and anecdotes. Gas, Kansas. Okay. Crapo, Maryland. Rough and Ready, Pennsylvania. Fear Not, Pennsylvania. Zip City, Alabama. Now, I live in Alabama and I've never heard of that. So this will be one of the enjoyable books that I intend to get a lot of mileage, a lot of humor out of that. Okay. $1.99 for this little basket that I think will serve well as, I don't think this is what it is, but it looks to me like a fishing basket, And what I've got I've got an old minnow bucket, and I've got a fishing net and some fishing pole kind of things. And I want to make an outdoor arrangement in my patio area somewhere that has fishing things. And this will be what I use as my anchor piece for the fishing display. That'll be cute. So cute. Okay. This is a vegetable mandolin. You know, by mandolin I mean slicer. Let's see, what does it say? It is Dash brand. Looks to be new in the package. Looks to have all the pieces and parts with it. I've never had one, but for $1.99, I thought it was a good time to try it. I do have, I can't ever say this. Okay, it sounds like spaghetti, but it's V-E-G-G. Veggetti? That's a dangerous word. I don't know how to say it correctly. But you know, you can take a zucchini and you can spiral it and make spaghetti out of zucchini. And we've done that several times. And I honestly, I don't think normal pasta spaghetti tastes better than zucchini spaghetti, and it is carb free. It has to be good for you if it's a vegetable. I mean, it has to be. I mean, I'm still going to put spaghetti sauce on it, but you know. Okay, almost to my most favorite one. Okay, this is not my most favorite one, but it's got some good pieces on it. It's got a bird. It's got some good stuff. Oh, it's got 2 birds. Oh, good. And it's actually pretty good. I love the little cinnamon broom, willowy kind of looking stuff. I love that. And I will switch some of these ribbons that look a little dated to me. I'll switch those out for some things that look a little more like my taste. But like I say, it's in pretty good shape as it is. It's got kind of dried, natural looking things, and I just plain pulled that out, but I'm putting it back in. And this ended up being $1. So I often pick up things that have good pieces on it that can either be completely harvested off of this thing and used with other things, or I can just take a few things away and add a few things, and then it becomes something that is absolutely current and my taste, and something that I would enjoy looking at in my home. Yeah, see these ribbons. The ribbons look very... When I first got married in the late 80s, there was a lot of ribbon stuff going on in the early 90s. And for me, that's what it makes me think of. So it makes me think it needs a little sprucing up, because in the world of vintage and antique and all that, the early 80s is about as old as I think something, if you intend it to look vintage, that's about as recent as you can get, and it not just look like it's just leftover. You know, isn't that crazy the way styles go? Like you gotta go through a few decades. Okay, I'm dragging this out. Are you ready? You see, okay, you see in the back? That's an old picnic basket that has a Rubbermaid tub inside, and that's the dog food, because we feed the dogs right out my back door. Right there. There's so many things, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it in gear. I'm a little bit behind in getting it in gear, but I'm gonna get it in gear. Okay, I have always wished that I could find this item, and here, this is a disclaimer, or let me just warn you, it is cracked. I know it's cracked. And I still paid $20 for it, because I so rarely see these. And I think it's gorgeous, and I've never actually had a big old one. And it's damaged. But you know how I feel about damaged. It means it has a story to tell. Okay. Okay. It's got a 4 engraved here. And it's got a handle missing. It's okay. It's okay. You served a long, useful life. I bet it's 100 years old. Look at the way the patina on this thing is. It's got a ginormous crack that you don't immediately notice And it's not a crack that's all the way through it. Like on the inside, it's not cracked. So I think that it'll still hold up okay. And I think that it was still worth $20 to me. And came from the Shepherd's Cove Hospice Thrift Store. And that's absolutely a ministry and a good cause. So, you know, look at the way the ripples on the inside. Isn't that evidence of hand throw? Oh, there's another crack that is all the way to the inside. Okay, so I know it's fragile. I realize it is. So I'll be very careful with it. I think it's going to go to my laundry room because I don't have a lot of shelf or counter space in my kitchen, but the laundry room is just adjoining to my kitchen and you can see into it because I have French doors between the kitchen and the laundry room. So you can see it. And I feel like this is going to be a good place for me to put some decor. And I'm very glad to have it. And it was a God wink to me because listen, the Facebook page for this thrift store, they showed this thing in a photo of new items that had just arrived and been put out. And it was a full week before I could go in there and see what price it was. And I was like, it won't still be here. It won't, but it was. In fact, it had a $30 sticker and then a $20 sticker, which they had marked it down because it had been there a week. And I think people were reluctant to buy it because it is very cracked. But I don't care because to me, that just adds to the authenticity and the oldness. And I really hope it does not actually fall apart. I hope it won't. I'm going to put this one in a place where grandbabies would not literally get inside it or try to pick it up or something because it won't have a long life in this home if that's what happens to it. But there it is, and that's exciting. And I'm not going to do a single thing about any of that cracked off stuff. I just love it. I just think it looks interesting and like an actual artifact from this country. For all I know, some of my Appalachian ancestors may have used this. I don't know. Okay, my great-grandmother was one of 3 sisters that married 3 brothers. So the little community where I grew up in, everybody is double and triple cousins. We're all related in some kind of distant cousin way. So considering that this is still very close to the area, 30 minutes from where I grew up, it could very well be one of my ancestors. You don't know. I don't know. It could be. I have a big imagination. It could be. I could believe it just for fun. Maybe I will. I hope all of you are having a lovely November. I hope that if you're an early Christmas tree putter-upper, that you are enjoying your Christmas tree. I don't do it because I love autumn and harvest and Thanksgiving so much that I want to enjoy the full amount of time that I can do that. One time I put my Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving, and the entire Thanksgiving meal, I just felt like that tree was staring at us. I don't know, it was staring at us the whole Thanksgiving meal. So I've decided that I'm just gonna wait until after Thanksgiving to put up my tree, and then I'll leave it up most of January. So it all works out, it's good. I hope that all of you are blessed. I pray that God opens your eyes to things you have not seen before. He speaks to you in new ways that you have never heard him speak to you before, and that you begin to trust him and have the courage to do something new that you feel him tugging on your heart about. Happy Doggy Spotlight. Who do we have this week? Meet Carmen, who was rescued, almost euthanized, once mistreated, but now loved. Sweetest doggy ever that belongs to Barbara. Look at that face. Isn't that precious? Send your doggy pics to Mara Cain, macain77@gmail.com, and I'll get to your dog when your dog's turn comes up. Thanks everybody for watching and supporting me. Love you with the comments. Oh, I just love interacting and talking with you in the comments. Thank you so much for that.